Hey, what's going on, guys? Snivypootis here. Welcome back to the video. Now, I know it's been like a long time since I've done a video again, but I prefer to make videos when I actually have like the idea and motivation, or just, in this case, whenever we get new content coming in. And as we all know, we are getting the 7.1 patch in a couple weeks, which will introduce, as always, new story, new dungeon, all that good stuff. But most importantly, it's going to be bringing in the ultimate, which is Futures Rewritten Ultimate or Free, which is what people are calling it. So as always, we're just gonna take a look at the trailer and watch it fully. I'm not gonna say much, and then we're gonna take a look back through it and just analyze it as I always do. So, without further ado, let's give it a whirl.
Was Queen Sphene taken to the cloud?
She must have been. To still remember her is strange.
Even though I remember her, I'll never see
New
her
dungeon,
again.
okay.
It seems that's what it means to die, I'm afraid.
But what will happen to us? Are we just going to be sad forever?
What do you desire?
Something that I had accepted I would never have in Tuliyola. That I believed would forever be beyond me. That it was foolish to covet.
Even should it cost me my life, I will save the Henso!
How about we start with a big fat knuckle sandwich? Take this, and that, and one of these.
Come, mortal. Allow me to show you the depths of my hatred.
Now we're having a party!
Behold, as the spate of my rage quenches the candle of your trivial existence. I cannot die! Not until I have eradicated you and your kind from this world!
At last. Here and now I shall fulfill our promise.
Okay, so that's 7.1 features written, where we just saw that in there. So as always, I'm just gonna go back and just look at the parts that I've like got me thinking. So I'm not gonna really go into like the details in the story, because really I don't. It's not like my expertise is divulging what's gonna be happening in MSQ. But leave that up into interpretation. But as far as I'm concerned, it seems like it's delving more into like the Alexandria parts, and like talking about what happened after Steam basically got deleted from living memory and whatnot. But what I'm thinking that this is the that, or this area is the Alliance raid. It could be the Alliance raid, but I'm also thinking that maybe it's probably just a dungeon, because looking at it now, it most likely is a dungeon, but I don't know. But I know for sure, right around here, that this is definitely the dungeon. This little lab part. I hope it's good, because, you know, we all know, most people don't like the straightforward dead walk, or whatever it's called. But, you know, I don't really mind it as much as I used to. I used to hate it, but now I'm just kind of like, that's fine. I know some people just, like, sort of cannot deal with that dungeon, which is totally fair. But, I never really minded it, but hopefully, with the new dungeon, we won't have to worry about that. But I have a feeling it's probably going to be this dungeon and probably, like, what is it? Tender Valley, maybe? I don't know. We'll see. But, yeah, that's not really much to say on that. What I'm more curious about is this. Like, this whole, like, I thought this was, like, just trust, but it's like, you know, just like a, like, I mean, this is a Halatali, I think, is what this is. Like, I know what this boss is. It's, like, just the one that does, like, the fire water thing that shields himself. Like, is the dungeon getting, like, reworked or something? Is this a new thing entirely? Like, are they hinting at a new dungeon type? Like, you know, to bring back old content for dungeons? Like, I really am unsure. Because, like, these are, like, low-level NPCs. Like, this is not, like, he's, like, a Viper, obviously. But, like, you know, you got basic Marauder, basic Thaumaturge. Like, there's something crazy going on here. Like, I don't know what this is going on about, really. Your guess is as good as mine. If it isn't obvious already, I haven't really watched the live letter. I don't really watch them. I just get information from people who tell me about it, because I cannot be bothered to sit through those, because my attention span is not attuned to be watching live letters in their entirety, or even just, like, I usually just get Cliff Notes versions. But anyway, that being said, moving on. This is the extreme trial version of the last trial in Dawntrail, like the final trial, because, like, usually we get the final trial and then the later patch, or the next patch, they introduce the extreme. So this is the extreme version of the final trial. I wonder how it's going to play out, though. I doubt it's going to be like, you know, have the Wokoma part in it, but we'll see what happens. But I am very excited for this one, because this trial was a lot of fun in normal mode, so I can only imagine what they're gonna do in the extreme. I just hope that it's you know interesting, and that it doesn't just turn into like a World Core Lordor or Everkeep situation, where it's like it's interesting, it's super fun, but after you do it for like the fourth time, it's like kind of brain dead. You know, like I always like to have extreme trials that always keep me on my toes. But I know extreme trials are not like the highest point of content in the game by any means, but it's still a lot of fun to, do them occasionally in mount farms and all that stuff. Anyway, I'm guessing that's part of a cutscene. This feels like with all the people here, I'm pretty sure. Actually, no. Looking back, yeah, no, this is definitely part of the Alliance trade. Now I'm thinking about it. I don't know exactly what it's gonna bring. I don't remember how early they do it, but this is probably the first Alliance raid, if I had to guess. This is probably a part of that too. So this is the part of the Alliance raid. That much I can say for sure. I don't know what is going on here. That's Hildebrand's coming back, but if you care about that, then cool. If not, then there you go. I'm assuming this is also a part of the Alliance raid. It's one of the bosses. Apparently, this Alliance raid is based off of FF11, or I think it's 11. It's the other MMO Final Fantasy game, the older one. Apparently, this is what the Alliance raid is going to be based off of this time around, or where they're going to be pulling resources from. I've always had people saying or at least I have always been saying, I don't know if other people say it, feels like Final Fantasy 14 is just like the Smash Bros of Final Fantasies, where it's like everyone's here. It's like the crossing point where they can filter in all the other Final Fantasies in through to have all sorts of references to other Final Fantasy games. Like the Final Fantasy 14, while it does have its own original things and concepts, a lot of the outside stuff like gear and other instances and whatnot, it comes from another Final Fantasy, and it kind of brings it back to life in a way, and it's kind of cool how it works like that. Not rambling aside, I don't know who this is at all, but apparently I think she is from Final Fantasy XI, because that's what the Alliance Raid is based off of, so she's in it. So I mean, take that what you will. I mean, if you're a Final Fantasy XI fan, you're probably eating good right now, but if not, then you probably have no idea what's going on myself. And I think this is also part of the Alliance Raid. I don't know if this... Now, this... I think this is the chaotic... I think is what it's called, chaotic Alliance Raid, which is like this... Which is like the newest high-end content that they're having out for Dawntrail, which is basically like a Alliance Raid, but like Savage. I don't know how hard it is compared to a normal Alliance Raid. I don't know if it's like gonna be... It's like actually coordinated. Like I have a feeling that's gonna be like type of content where only you would need to study for. Like I don't know if you're gonna be needing a whole static for it. I have seen a couple of people trying to get a whole 24 whole set of 24 people to like, form a static or chaotic, but honestly I think that might be a bit overkill. I think that honestly, as long as you have 8 people in your alliance know what they're doing, then I think it's probably gonna just work out like that, where it's like you don't really need to be coordinated, but you still need to know what to do. So I have a feeling that's the case, because I highly doubt that they would put a sort of high difficulty instance with, because like let's face it, okay, it's gonna be really hard, even if they're all people that are on the same page and like you pick them out from the balance or whatever. It's gonna be really hard to like have 24 people all be on the same page and having to making sure that they're all pulling their weights. It's probably going to be like the thing on the level of extreme trials, where it's like anybody can go in and do them. But apparently I don't know if it's true or not, but I have heard that the gear is not going to be weekly limited like Savage, and it's going to be on par with Savage, or at least like a little bit, maybe a little bit worse, I don't know, but it's still another gearing option, which is what we've been needing for forever. Because as much as I love Savage, I really do, having a weekly gear limitation can always be a bit boring for some people. I know some people personally don't care. I mean, I don't care, but I know some people do care about that a little bit more and would like to have other options outside of Savage to get gear. Because I do believe that if people want to sit there and be like, I want to get best in slot for 2 jobs in 1 week, like I feel like people should be able to do that by either doing something that's a little bit more harder but still gives them the gear, or just by doing other sources. Like I don't know, it just feels like that the way with it is, I feel like there could definitely be a better way to have gear for people who aren't just trying to go in and do whatever. But anyway, that being said, yeah, this probably chaotic Alliance Raid, because there's World Darkness. So I'm assuming Cloud Dark. So I'm assuming, I don't know for sure, but I'm assuming that the chaotic Alliance Raids are gonna be the first ones are gonna be based off of like ARR, or I don't know if it's original, because this looks like the exact same arena for let me go back. This looks like the exact same arena for the original World Darkness Alliance Raid in ARR. But I don't know if it's going to be based off that specifically, or if it's going to be something else, but I could be wrong, let me know. And that's about it. But then, of course, at the end, we got the teaser for Fru, and, we got Reen as an Ashian with, like, Shiva, Reen with Ashian thing on her, which I thought it was honestly pretty fucking cool. But, yeah, that's basically it, really. There's not much else to say. Yeah, Fru's coming out, we already know this. We already knew this for, like, pretty much months now. The only things that we can say for sure is that it starts with Thancred. That's the only thing that I know of. You don't know what the weapons look like at all. I think there's probably going to be a phase with Eden Shiva, just from the looks of it. Honestly, I would be surprised if they didn't have Eden Shiva as a phase, and probably like Light Rampant or something like that. But someone who's well more versed in ultimates and actually looks into stuff like that is probably going to be having more insight than me. Because I've done ultimates, yes, but I have not really. I do them, but I'm not really like super into them. If that makes sense. But that's gonna be doing it for me for my little 7.1 trailer, like talk over, I guess whatever you want to call it. I do have another video planned later down the road, hopefully a bit sooner than this one. Try to get it out before 7.1 gets out, because I do know I'm going to be very, very busy with 7.1 shenanigans after that patch, because there seems to be a lot more to this patch than previous ones. So hopefully it'll be enough to keep us pulled over till 7.2 whenever that comes out, but we'll see what happens. Either way, let me know what you guys thought about this trailer. Like, do you feel like it was really hyped? Do you feel like you're excited for the patch? Do you not really care for it? Like, what are you wanting to do when the patch drops? Are you going in the through day one? Are you going to chaotic alliance race day one? Are you just doing MSQ? Like, what's your plan? I want to know. But that's all for me for today. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out.